Hey my beautiful butterflies, so it is pick a flower today. So are you a gerbera or are you a chrysanthemum? What are you feeling? How are you feeling today? Which one are you being pulled to? Okay, so if you're being pulled to this gerbera, you can see the flowers are quite uniform, and it is being a gerbera, it is not pretending to be something it isn't. So I want you, if you've picked this flower, not to be something that you are not, okay? I want you to be your authentic self. Now, there's quite a lot of red and orange going on here, so I do feel there's a lot of emotional stuff going on, potentially stress. And also with the red, there's a little bit of, let's just say mild annoyance, possibly anger, passion going on there with you today. And I do feel, because some of these petals here aren't necessarily consistently growing, they're a consistent shape, but they're all a little bit different levels, different heights in there. I do feel that you're bubbling away at the minute. So I don't know what you've got going on, but it's almost like it's just under the surface and it's like you can't let it go. I'm not going to sing that Disney song for you. You are very lucky, because yes, I can sing, but no, it's not in tune. Okay. Now, if you're looking at the middle here, there is nice green colour. Now, the flowers are trying to sort of hide the green, but the green is quite peaceful. The green is healing. So I do feel that whatever's been going on, you are trying to put a bit of calmness in there and a bit of healing, but it is a slow going. But you've got it, because you can see that green is coming all the way up from the bottom in this incredibly long stem. Now, I don't feel that necessarily much gets to you in life. I don't know if you can see, there's little fuzzy bits on this stem, so it is quite long. And I do feel that you've had like a straightforward life. You know where you've been going, but bits, like fuzzy little bits, have been clinging on. But you now got to the point where you know where you're going. You're there, but there's decisions I feel that you need to make to just calm down a little bit, okay, and get you where you need to be. So I don't know if other people are just pushing your buttons. But if they are, just don't let them. Just go inwards, like the little green bit in there. Take your calm, get your calm, and just breathe deeply, because breathing helps our nervous system to just relax. Okay, so at least 3 deep breaths, and just try and put any irritants aside and see how you get on with that, okay? Because this isn't going to last long. I do feel it's transitory, but you just need to chill out for a little bit and remove yourself or someone from a situation that is going on around you. Now, let's have a look at what is going on with the carnation now, or the chrysanthemum. So if you're picking this one, and if you're like me, you might have a few memory problems with what is this flower. It is definitely a chrysanthemum. No, it is. And it is not trying to be a carnation, though it possibly could be if you had a pair of scissors trying to cut it about. But you can see it is a little bit, I won't say tatty, because that is how they're supposed to be, but it's not as uniform, and it tends to do its own thing. And I do feel that you as a person, if you pick this one, it's because you're just a little bit being authentic to yourself and not dancing to the beat of your drummer. You're dancing to the beat of your violinist who plays the drums, if that makes sense. I do feel you have your own way of dealing with things, and I do feel that I want to say a little bit insular, because I'm being pulled to the white, and the white is quite a peaceful colour, but I do feel that something has happened perhaps about 6 months ago, because I'm pulled on the stem here, and there's a little bit of a leaf that's just stunted, that hasn't actually gone anywhere. So I don't know if there was a little bit of emotional trauma or something that went on. Because if you look at these little bottom petals here, they're a little bit, just say, bent. They're not broken, but they're a little bit bent and they've gone in a different direction. So I don't know if there's been a little bit of trauma that you're having to deal with in the past that is still reoccurring slightly. But if I'm looking at the rest of the petals here, they're pretty uniform, you know, they're pretty strong here and they're pretty flexible. So whatever you have gone through, it has made you a stronger person. So just remember who you are, where you want to be, and try not to let other people push your boundaries too much that you forget who you are. Okay, but stay true to yourself, because I do feel this is like a major part of who you are. And you will get through this week. But it is like a nice white, lovely, pure. And just remember who you are, and you can't really go far wrong. But yeah, we'll see how you got on this week. But whichever one you picked, you know, this is, you have the ability, unlike these flowers, to change what you choose. The flowers are still going to say the same, but your choices are going to be different for whatever mood you are in or whatever position you are in. But as with the flowers, you are still going to be you. So just make sure you've got your boundaries in place, and just make sure that if people push them, you communicate firmly with them and just let them know what they're doing, rather than this one going boom and letting them have it both barrels. Okay, so have an amazing week, and ta-ta for now.